students, I am Dr. Meenakshi Maur, Assistant Professor, Zoology, Sri Samraji Government College, Mandvya, Chittorgarh. Today, my topic is characteristics of Arthropoda. The phylum Arthropoda comprises animals which have jointed appendages or legs. This phylum is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom, and it includes familiar forms like lobsters, crabs, spiders, mites, insects, millipedes, etc. Aristotle was the first who studied arthropoda, and von Siebold coined the term arthropoda. Now, characteristics of arthropoda. They are cosmopolitan in distribution. They are found in aquatic, terrestrial, and aerial forms. Some arthropods are ectoparasitic and they are vectors of disease. They can cause diseases. Their body has jointed appendages or legs, and these jointed appendages are modified to different structure to perform different functions like jaws, gills, walking legs, paddle. And they may be 3, 4, 5 or many in pairs. The jointed appendages is mainly used for locomotion. So here you can see these are the crustacean, arachnid, centipedes and millipedes and insects. So number of body section is a 2 or 3. Arachnid is 2, centipede and millipedes 2, and insects it's 3. So they have segmentation. So here you can say these are the segment. In crustacean, number of pairs of legs are 5 or more. So here you can see the example of prawn. Then arachnids may have a pairs of legs, 4 pairs in arachnids. Example is spider. In millipedes and centipedes, there are many pairs of legs. And in insects like cockroach, there are 3 pairs of legs. In crustacean, pair of antennae is 2. You can say in the prawn 2 pair. In arachnids, there are no pair of antenna. In centipedes, you can see 1 antenna, and in insects, 1 antenna. So this is about segmentation and the legs. They have a jointed appendages or legs. Their body is triploblastic, and they have a organ system level of organization. Body is triploblastic means they have all the 3 germ layers, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. And organ system level of organization means many cells form tissue, and many tissue forms organ, and there are many organs which have a particular function in their body. Now, body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. But in some crustaceans or arachnid, body is divisible into cephalothorax. Cephalothorax means head and thorax get fused and form cephalothorax. So, a crustacean arachnid body is divisible into cephalothorax and abdomen. So here, praying mantis, there are 3 segments: head, thorax and abdomen. So body is divided into head, this is head, thorax and abdomen. The head has mouth parts, eyes and often antenna. The thorax is the middle body region to which legs and wings are attached. Then abdomen is the posterior end of the arthropoda, and it comprises of additional legs. It contains digestive structures and the reproductive organ. Example is praying mantis. Now in some crustacean and arachnids, body is divided into cephalothorax and abdomen. So this is a cephalothorax and this is abdomen. Arthropoda are the first group to develop a true head, which contains sense organs and feeding organs, which are specialized for their particular habitats. Their body is bilaterally symmetrical, means when we bisect the animal with the line down the center, each side is identical, means this part of the body is just mirror image of this part of the body. There is only one such line that can be drawn. So this is the bilaterally symmetrical body. The body is covered with chitinous exoskeleton. This chitinous exoskeleton undergoes periodical ecdysis. What is ecdysis? The process of casting off of skin or any integument is called ecdysis, or it is also known as molting. The cuticle is secreted by epidermis of the skin, and it protects the internal organs, and it also provides space for the attachment of muscles. Arthropods are hemocoelomate, means they are coelom, means first they are the true coelomate, means they have a true coelom. True coelom means body cavity which is covered on both the sides by the mesodermal cells. So they are hemocoelomate, means their body cavity or coelom is filled with blood or fluid. Their head bears eyes and antenna. So the mouth bears mouth parts which are used for ingestion of foods, but they are modified for chewing, biting, sponging, piercing and the siphoning. The chewing and the lapping type of mouth part is found in bees and wasps. Piercing and the sucking type of mouth parts are present in bugs, aphids and mosquitoes. Here you can see, because they have to pierce the body of the other animal or human being. And sucking type means they have to suck the blood, which is their food. Then sponging type mouth parts, it is found in housefly. Here you can see they have a labial lobes and they are spongy. So this is a sponging type of mouth part. Then siphoning type, it is found in butterfly and moth. So you can see this is similar to the siphon. Here maxilla, this is maxilla gets a form of siphon. Then biting and chewing type, they are found in cockroach and grasshopper. Actually they are adapted for biting or chewing any food product. So this is the parts of grasshopper. Here you can see the left mandible, this is the right mandible, this is the right maxilla with maxillary pulp, and this is the left maxilla with maxillary pulp. Here is the labrum, and here down is hypopharynx, and these are the labium with labial pulps. So this is about mouth parts of the arthropoda. So different types of mouth parts: chewing, lapping type, piercing and sucking type, sponging type, siphoning type, biting and chewing type. Now, in arthropoda, digestive system is complete, straight and well developed. So here you can see this is the digestive system, this is the mouth, and this is the pharynx, this is the crop, stomach, this is intestine, and this is a anus. So digestive system or alimentary canal is a complete, straight and well developed. And respiration takes place by general body surface or gills. Uh, General body surface and gills are used for respiration in crustaceans or in insects, diplopoda and Chiplopoda. Trachea is a respiratory organ. In Arachnida, the respiratory organ is a buccal, and in king cobra, the respiratory organ is book gills. So here you can see trachea in insect. So this is a trachea, and these are the spiracles. These are the spiracles. So these are the respiratory organ in insects. Then circulatory system, it is open type because the circulatory system doesn't have blood vessels and it enters directly into the blood chamber, body chamber. So it's a closed type, it is open type. Here heart, you can see heart as well. This is a dorsal blood vessel. These are the heart. The blood is a colorless. Then nervous system. Nervous system is of annelidan type because it consists of brain and the ventral nerve cord. So this is the cerebral ganglia, which is the brain, and this is the ventral nerve cord. It is in ventral side, that is why it is the ventral nerve cord. Then excretion in arthropoda takes place through Malpighian tubules in terrestrial form and green gland or coxal gland in aquatic forms. So here Palaminus. So here you can see the coxal gland. This is the Malpighian tubules. These are the coxal gland. Aquatic forms are aminotelic, means their excretory product is ammonia. And terrestrial forms are uricotelic, means the excretory organ is uric acid. So uricotelic. Aquatic forms are aminotelic because excretory product is ammonia. And terrestrial forms are uricotelic, means excretory product is uric acid. Arthropods are unisexual, means there is a sexual dimorphism. Sexes are separate. Fertilization may be internal or external. Arthropods may be either oviparous or ovoviviparous. Development may be direct or indirect. In terms of Bombyx mori, you can see there are larval stages, so development is indirect and it passes through many larval stages. Sensory organs include antenna, sensory hairs for touch, and chemoreceptor. They have simple and compound eyes. Auditory organs are present in insects, and stetocyst, which is used for balancing, is present in crustacean. It is a prawn. Examples of arthropoda are prawn, spider, butterfly, housefly, crab, cockroach, scorpion, and centipedes. So, it is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. Some more facts about arthropods are that in spiders has spinnerets. Spiders produce web with the help of spinnerets. Scorpion, here you can see scorpion. It produces toxins by means of talcin. That is tail. In prawn, it is prawn. Prawn has only oxygenated blood flows and it has a 19 pairs of appendages. It's antenna, antennule, walking legs, everything, they have 19 pairs of appendages. The larva of cockroach is called nymph. In cockroach, heart is 13 chambered and female cockroach lack anal style, whereas the male cockroach are styleless. And cockroach receives ultrasonic sound by means of anal circuit. Hemoglobin is absent in blood, so it is known as hemolymph. And one more thing, peripetus. Peripetus is a connecting link between Annelida and the arthropoda. So today I discussed characteristics of arthropoda. They are cosmopolitan. They may be ectoparasitic. They have jointed legs. Jointed appendages are used for locomotion. Body triploblastic. Organ system level of organization. Body is divisible into head, thorax, and abdomen. In crustacean arachnida, body is divided into cephalothorax and abdomen. They are bilaterally symmetrical. Body is covered with chitinous exoskeleton. They have a limb. They have a pair of compound eyes and antenna. They have different types of mouth parts, which mouths are modified for chewing, biting, sponging, and piercing and siphoning. Digestive system is complete, straight, and well developed. Respiration by general body surface of gills in crustaceans, trachea in insects, cephalopoda, chilopoda, book lungs in arachnida, and book gills in king cobra. Circulatory system is of open type. Nervous system consists of brain and ventral nerve cord. Excretion through malpighian tubules in terrestrial forms and green gland or coxal gland in aquatic forms. Aquatic forms are ammonotelic, terrestrial forms are uricotelic. Sexes are separate, that's why they are unisexual. Fertilization is external or internal. They may be oviparous or oviviparous. Development may be direct or indirect. Sensory organs comprises of antenna, sensory hairs, simple or compound eyes, auditory organs, and stetocyst. These are the examples. Thank you.